Livestock News, brought to you by Santa Fe Trail Meats in Overbrook, or visit us online at sftmeats.com.
Good morning. We're out at Premier Farm and Home today with Chad. Chad, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it.
It's always good. I'm good.
Have a good New Year?
I did. Thank you for asking.
Good.
Hey, this time of the year, I know I put on weight to stay warm.
I do.
What do we do? Yeah, we all do. What do we do for our companion animals? Because they don't have the chance to eat like we do and stay warm. I mean, they got to have their own body warmth.
Yeah, the nice thing is when an animal goes into this period of stress, it's typically when you get below 50 to 40 degrees and you have either wet conditions thrown in there or you have snow or that sort of thing. And when an animal gets in those conditions, they require more energy or calories like you and I do to keep active and to allow them to burn energy to keep warm. You know, when you and I get to shivering, we're burning energy. They don't necessarily shiver, but and they also use that insulating layer of fat to kind of help keep a little bit warm and have some reserves to get them through the lean time, so to speak. With companion animals, feeding them, you're usually feeding them daily, and you want to monitor their rations just like you would anything else, oftentimes increasing those when those stressful periods come along. So it's 40 degrees or 20 degrees and it's snowing and raining, you want to give them another 20% or something to that effect.
Now, how do we separate animals? Or do we feed them all the same?
A lot of times we'll separate animals based on, production animals and then production slash what we now have a companion animal variety. So like a horse, a cow, a pig, they're traditionally known as production animals, or we're not necessarily grazing horses for production, but to manage production in the past. That was their original design. Now, once you get through those, you kind of have this group of goats that are becoming more popular, and you've got poultry that's really taken off. Folks doing a lot of backyard poultry to get themselves some fresh eggs. And you have kind of this other lump of game birds or whatever, and we call that in the industry just companion animals. Although they do have production value, and some people will use them that way, a lot of times people have them around because they like to. They like to go out and see a few goats in the yard, or a few guineas here and there, and those animals are separated traditionally by what they are. If they're a bird, we have a certain program or ration, a way to take care of them. If they're a goat, we have a certain way to take care of them. If they're, let's say, for instance, sheep, there's some concerns with things like copper, because their toxicity level is very close to their requirement level. So you have to, there isn't always a one feed feeds all, but a lot of times you'll get between 2 or 3 feeds to be able to manage most of the animals on your farm.
Are rations based on weight?
Rations are typically based on the weight of the animal, especially when we consider more production animals. They'll go 1% of body weight, or a certain amount, and that gives you a place to start. Remember, every animal's different. It may say on the tag that 2%, feed 1% of their body weight, and you put 1% out there, and that calf doesn't keep it, or that goat just goes under condition, and you'll need to supplement more. What that does is give you a place to start. Yeah.
And if you need any feed supplements, Premier Farm and Home, if you're in the Topeka area, is the place to do it. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Thank you all. Have a happy New Year.